shouldn't be really thinking as to if he was involved with the couple of runouts. In comes Abbas Dawar, somebody who had a fine run with the ball in the last game. Needs to ensure he gives the majority of the strike to Reza Al Nadir, who's on strike. That's going to be a wide, surely. Yeah. And all he needs to do is just keep things simple. There's no need to really overdo at this stage. Just try to take all the pace off. Every time you look to ball quick, you lose your rhythm, you lose your lines. The batters have been severe. That's one trick that they've missed against Aditya Shetty. Aditya Shetty is someone who would want you to bring that heat to him. He wants the pace onto the bat. And we've seen how severe he was throughout this innings against the fast bowlers and the medium pacers. That's a good delivery. Reza Al Nadir again wants a second. Are we going to see the third run out? Direct hit is required. Oh, in fact, direct hit. Surely, I think Abbas Dawar would have kept on running towards the pavilion because he would have found himself shot. Mudassir Ali has done well. Surprisingly, will be bowling only 3 overs. I think the captain did miss a trick or two, really. Tarindu Pereira, he came into ball pretty late in the contest. Farazuddin, he bowled only 2 overs. That was very surprising. Such a quality bowler, and he was held back and he was never been brought back into the contest again. Yeah, getting predictable was Mudassir Ali. This has been really tonked, bludgeoned out of the park by the blade of Reza Al Nadir. Someone, if he gets going, it's a treat to watch. Reza Al Nadir can shift gears when required. Was player of the match. He is now 38 and 18. Another match-winning performance. Last delivery of the first innings. Calling between the two. And they're done and dusted with the first innings with a very big total on the board, 213. That is now the highest total in this tournament so far that we've witnessed. And they will have to go back and think exactly what went wrong in this first innings. What a tremendous performance really from the batting team of Dial Battery, getting to a massive score in the first innings. And now it will be over to the bowlers who have some quality bowlers in their lineup, of course. Abbas Dawar is one of them. This is how the innings have panned out. You can see the middle order. 4 batters struggled, but there was one man who stood tall. It was Aditya Shetty. 115, just 58 deliveries. He had a great opportunity to score 150 even. 8 sixes. Look at that strike rate, almost 200. That is incredible. And of course, Ishan Nair played a handy knock. But then in the end, it was Reza Al Nadir. Again, a brilliant performance, 40 in just 19 with 3 sixes to his name. Yeah, you can just look at the economy of the bowlers. All of them, or rather most of them, have gone on to surpass the 10 runs over economy. And for me, I think the pick of the bowlers was Zafar Yasin. 3 wickets for him in 4 overs, and also Mudassir and Irfan picking up a wicket apiece. By then, we will just take a short little break, and once we are back, we will be all set for the run chase. Stay tuned. But then we're back after a short little break. First innings done and dusted. They do have now the runs on the board. 213 is what they have managed to score. Some brilliant performances, of course. Very handy, unbeaten 40 by Razel Nadir. Then 18 quick runs from Ishan Nair. And of course, the hero of today's game so far, Aditya Shetty, the Centurion. 115 in 58 with 8 huge maximums to his name with 9 boundaries to follow. Incredible performance. Now then, all eyes on the two openers, Wajahat Butt and Abdul Muqtadar Babar. It's Sher Azam Hashmi to start our proceedings. And he's been welcomed with the pull shot towards deep mid wicket. But the ball doesn't have enough legs and also hasn't really come off the middle of his blade. Well, this is one man, I think he's been very impressive so far in this tournament, has Sher Azam, of course. First, talking about his leadership qualities. He's been very smart in his decision making. He's got a very cool head on his shoulders, has marshaled his troops so well. And also talking about his bowling, I think he's been absolutely fantastic so far. And that's what he's done in this tournament. He's already picked up 4 wickets. It's always such a great feeling when your captain is amongst the performers, bowls the heavy ball. Sher Azam Hashmi can really bowl at the rate of knots. He's got a good height, a high arm action, comes very close to the stump. So he's got all the ingredients to be a very good right arm, medium fast bowler. And also, if you observe his run-up, I mean, the way he comes in, the way he starts off his run-up, and then his strides gets a little bigger. He doesn't really stop on his action. Usually you see the fast bowlers just having a little bit of pause. But he's got a very good rhythmic run-up and an action. And also, that high jump he has, and then the good follow-through as well. So, everything seems to be technically very correct about Sher Azam Hashmi. Of course, we're talking about the technicalities on regards to his run-up and his bowling action. And talking about his performance, he picked up 4 wickets against a star-studded lineup. They had, I think, 3 to 4 UAE cap players in their side. Had Dubai Royals, but Sher Azam Hashmi, he ran hard at them and he ran through their top order. He's one prospect for the future. Brilliant. And once again, the captain is right on the money. This is really good stuff. What I really like about this team is the unity which they have. I mean, they come in the ground at least 1 or couple of hours early. They do their drills. They do a proper warm-up. And that just is a testament to the fact that this team is really here for some serious business. They're out here to win games. They've already won a thriller though. Trying to blast this towards long on. No timing whatsoever. Nonetheless, the captain Sher Azmi does an excellent job to start off proceeding. Gives 3 runs in his first. It's 3 for no loss. Well, the boy on your screen, in fact, the 2 boys on your screen are having a phenomenal run in this tournament. In the backdrop is, of course, Aditya Shetty, the Centurion in this game, and also the boy, with the ball in hand, Reza Nadir, the player of the match in the last game, was superb today with the bat, and now here he is steaming in. Right on the money. And this is what I really love about these youngsters. What they do is that they get their basics right. They don't try to overdo anything. They don't try to do anything extraordinary or anything out of the box. They're still young. They're coming through the ranks. So, I mean, hats off really to their management, to their coaching staff. There is a lot of hard work being put behind the scenes, which we're not aware of. And clearly, it's been brought into this contest. Reza Nadir, I remember Ronak Panoli was severe against him, but what he did, he had a set-up plan against him, and he picked his wicket in his very first over. And look at this now. He's having a deep point in position. He's got a packed offside field. It's a 6 or it's a 5-4 at the moment. He's got a fine leg. He's got a short mid, a deep square, mid on, mid off, a deep cover, point, a short third, and a cover. So he's got a nice little field set up at the moment. Oh, that's a very good shot. It's come right off the middle of his bat, and that should give him some confidence. Reza Nadir ever so slightly missing his length, bowling a bit too short. Wajahat, but going downtown, knowing there's nobody patrolling in the area, always a safe shot to play. Gets a maximum. Every time when you're chasing more than 200, that's one thing you need to ensure you get off to a fiery start. For me, it's been very surprising. Sandeep Singh Sandy, he is a genuine opener. He comes out to open and he just goes on to blast the bowling. He's a genuine match winner, but today it's a different task for him. He's been asked to bat in the middle order stage. Missed out. Surely he's missed out. That was short. It was wide. So yeah, now this is much better. They've removed the fine leg and they've put him towards the short coverage as in that area, beg your pardon. So now they have a packed offside field. Now Reza Nadir can bowl a bit more freely. That's a very close call. You could see the roll of the fingers. He was trying to bowl a cutter. But yeah, they really need to go all out. The top order batters of King of Sultans, they do bat deep. You might see Farazuddin come up the order, of course. Sandeep Singh Sandy should be padded up, coming in and raring to go in next. But they need to be somewhere around 60, 70 in the first 6 overs without losing many wickets. That shot has been pulled away. There's no protection towards the cow corner. They do have a deep square leg. But Reza Nadir, every time he's looked to go short, you can see that the batters have been severe against him. Yeah, it's easy pickings. Knowing where the field is, Wajahat, but always wanted to go aerial. And it was a hit-me delivery, really. I mean, Reza Nadir, he doesn't really bowl with a lot of heat. And now he's making a few amendments in the field. So the deep point now comes in the circle, and he's asked his short midfielder to go back towards the deep mid wicket. So he has a deep square leg and a deep mid wicket. Now he can opt to bowl slightly short. And what he does, he bowls full. So he's at the moment all over the place. Needs to learn quickly. He's not bowling according to his feel at the moment, Reza Nadir. Having two fielders on the leg side, and what he's done, he's bowled full on the offside channel, having the mid-off in the circle. So it was a hit-me delivery once again. Expensive over comes to the end. It's 20 for no loss. The captain to continue, Sher Azam. Bowled a decent first over. Oh, that's very well played. Using the pace of the bowler. And it's Abdul Muqtadir now joining in the act. No real feet movement. You can see the front foot just planted, but good hand-eye coordination. Yeah, he is that kind of a batter who you wouldn't say is technically very sound. He's someone who will look to go big and hard, try to play those aerial shots in the first 6 overs. That is the need of the hour. That is exactly what is the demand of the current situation that they are in. It's it hard and could have been an absolute blinder of a catch if I ever saw. He would have held on to this one. I'm not too sure if it went to his hands. But then again, it was a good, decent effort. One thing they need to make sure, Tyler Gorilla 11, is not to take this game easy at all. You know, at times when you score those big, when you have the runs on the board, just tend to relax a little bit and take the game a bit too easy. That's something they can't really afford. So change in the field. Third man comes in the circle. So they have a deep square alongside a long on. Beautifully ball. That's a very good delivery. Sher Azam is someone who's consistent with his lens. He plays around with his lines, yes. But the lens have been immaculate. Of course, picked up a 4-wicket haul in the last game against a star-studded lineup of Dubai Royals. Nicely bowled and equally well played. So Wajahat, but realizing that Sher Azam Hashmi is a real threat to them. So he's playing a calculated innings, taking those calculated risks, and rightfully so. He's someone, Sher Azam, who you can't just blast and go hard at him in every delivery. He's a very smart and an intelligent, canny bowler. Is Sher Azam, the captain. Yeah, this is exactly what I was just mentioning, that he just plays around with his lines, and so far he's done well. After he was struck for a boundary in the very first delivery, he's given only a couple of runs. He picked up the wicket of the destructive Hamid Khan. I'm not too sure if these youngsters, they know who Hamid Khan is. Then he went on to pick Mayank Chaudhary, a UAE capped cricketer. Another UAE capped cricketer, Nilansh Keswani, was out by Sher Azam, and then he went on to pick Nadir Hussain as well, very experienced cricketer in the UAE. So he's one man who would be coming with a lot of confidence. Excellent comeback by Sher Azam. End of over number 3. It's 27 for no loss. It's a good start for both the teams. I mean, they haven't really ran away with the show, but they do have runs on the board, 27, and good that they didn't lose a wicket so far. Raisal Nadir has been punished yet again. At the moment, it has been a struggle for Raisal Nadir, quite contrasting as to what we saw he did in the last match. But yet again, he's been welcomed with a huge maximum. I think the variations are coming way too early. It's a new ball, and he's someone who does seam the ball around. So maybe he should be focusing on his seam presentation rather than going for the variations too early. Showing his cards a bit early in this contest, and Abdul Muqtadar, we know, is such a strong striker of the ball. Has really hit this hard. I think we need a new ball because that's not coming back. You can see there's a mini meeting going on between the captain and of course Raiz Al Nadir. So this is going to be a test to his temperament when a bowler is being smashed for a 6 on the very first delivery. That's where it puts you at the back foot, and you're trying to just run away from the batter, trying to cover up and ensure it doesn't go for a huge over. It's been given as a wide. That was a very close call. So at the moment they're up with the required run rate. Short delivery, and it's been once again pumped towards long on for a massive hit. The chase is on. He's getting a lot of applause from his teammates. He can seriously strike the cricket ball really hard, and it's gone into the dugout of his own team. So 13 runs already in this over has been a struggle for Raiz Al Nadir, and that's all because he's been bowling the wrong lengths. Yeah, he's struggling at the moment, Raiz Al Nadir. I don't really think he needs a lot of suggestions. Maybe Sher Azam, who's of course an experienced bowler. He's the captain as well, so he can just have a quiet word with him. And he is standing on the mid-off position, and he's consistently just in conversation with Raiz Al Nadir. This is already a massive over, 14 runs in the first 2 deliveries. This just could be a huge over we might witness. Pulls it away, he's toying around with the field now. Abdul Muqtadar knows where the fielders are. Just before the delivery, they asked the square leg fielder to come in the circle, and they pushed the cover fielder back towards deep cover, and Raiz Al Nadir now has bowled a short delivery. So of course when you don't have a deep mid wicket or deep square leg, short delivery is the worst option you could bowl as a medium pace bowler. Yeah, he's under pressure surely now, Raiz Al Nadir. Oh, that's a huge hit. It's a biggie. It's out of here. Half a dozen more. 50 comes up, and we are just into the 4th over. The chase is on, and crack he goes. Abdul Muqtadar, he is a fierce striker of the cricket ball, and my oh my, has he timed this or what? 6 wide, 6 wide, 4 6. And still the over is not over. I mean, he's still got a couple of more deliveries to bowl. I feel for the youngster. I mean, at times you really need to praise the batters, the way they bat. But also, I would like to add the lengths. I mean, Raiz Al Nadir, he's been on the short side. He should realize with this kind of a pace, you're not really going to bother these batters. The ball isn't holding up in the surface. If ever so, the ball does tend to hold into the surface. That's where you could maybe roll your fingers over, try to bowl the shorter stuff. It doesn't really arrive to the batter. This is a really good wicket. It's coming onto the bat so nicely. And every time he has looked to bowl short, we've seen the result. It hasn't gone in their favour. So 29 for Abdul in just 8 and Wajahat Butt. He's raced on to 19. So they're on the course, on track. Razel charging in once again. Slams it down the ground. Does have a protection, only a single, but already it's a massive over. So that's exactly what they needed. They needed a big over. They needed a great start, a fiery start. And the much needed impetus has been provided the two destructive openers. So the decision to not send Sandeep Singh Sandhi has paid off in their favour. He's still to come next. Another very, very fierce striker of the ball. Slams it down the ground. It's a massive over. 28 runs have been looted in the fourth over. And it has been an off evening for the youngster. It's 56 for no loss after 4. A huge fourth over coming in this innings. 28 runs. Razel Nadir was finding it difficult to find his right length, and it's going to be the captain to bowl his third over. Swing and a miss. Very good delivery. Look at his figures. He's into his third over and he's given only 10 runs. Just the one boundaries is what he's conceded. And this is a really good move. The captain is switched on. Why do I say that? Because he knows that this partnership is looking quite threatening. And he knows that he's one of the premier bowlers of this side. And that's the reason he's opted to bowl another over to disengage this partnership, which is already looking quite threatening in the middle. What a shot once again by Abdul. He is on fire at the moment and he seems to be unstoppable. That is a dispatch. And the moment it left the bat, he knew that it has come from the middle of his blade. Gets a boundary to start off this over well. I think it's high time now. Shade Azam needs to get Abbas Davar into the attack. Get your spinners into the attack. Ask them to just flight a little bit, or maybe the other strategy could be to ask these batters to cut, have a packed offside field. We'll have to wait and watch. Oh, pulled away with a lot of authority, but brilliant bit of fielding. Certainly he's saved a few runs for his team, because that was hit very, very hard. So brilliant partnership. 61 unbeaten so far. They've got plenty of batting to come. They bat very deep, mind you. But still, there's a long way to go. They need a lot of runs. Their net run rate, which they've achieved, is almost 14 runs per over. Yeah, this is a good delivery and nicely played by Wajahat, but they do realize that why Sher Azam is bowling another over, and that is to pick up a wicket. This is where they need to be a little smart in their approach. Maybe if they could even see off this over, that's completely okay. So you're going to be 64, 63 in 5 overs. That's okay without loss. Don't take any unnecessary chances against him. He's not listening, Wajahat, but he's looking to continue the onslaught. And he's picked up the variation by Sher Azam. He's got a smile on his face because he knows that wasn't the worst of deliveries he's bowled so far in this innings. On the other end, they are batting beautifully, these two, Wajahat Butt and Abdul. That's exactly what was the need of the hour. They needed to go big if ever so they would want to achieve the target being set by Gorilla 11. Well, this could be a chance. It's a brain fade, really. This is a poor cricket to say the least. It was the last delivery of Sher Azam, and he's trying to smash him on a very good delivery. These are the little moments of the game where you put your team into trouble. Nonetheless, brilliant bowling by Sher Azam. He picks his first. 65 for 1. Still no signs of a spinner being introduced. Sher Azam, I don't really think he's going to be bowling his last over. He will be holding his over back for the latter part of this innings because that over surely will be needed. In comes another bowler who had a decent outing, couldn't pick up a wicket but was very impressive in his first outing a couple of days ago. Oh, that is struck cleanly yet again downtown. Abdul Muqtadar is unstoppable. He's a run machine. Flat batted. He's gotten half a dozen more to his name. 41 in just 13 deliveries. You need to get rid of him. He's bringing the required run rate drastically down. It's looking very threatening for Dial Battery Gorilla 11. He's not letting a new bowler settle. He's just bowling his first over, and that's the last over of the power play. Hasnain Hassan would be under a bit of pressure. There would be a bit of nerves because the way Abdul Muqtadar is batting, you're bowling him full, he's tonking you down the ground. You bowl him short, and he's flat batting you straight down the ground. These are extraordinary strokes we're witnessing. That's going to be a wide, surely, yeah. It's way above his head height. So things aren't looking too bright at the moment for Dial Battery Gorilla 11. Yes, they have picked up a wicket, but look at the score, 73 already on the board, and 8 runs in the very first delivery. So we want to just see another huge over. Flicked away nicely, and he's gotten another boundary to his name. This is glorious batting here by Abdul Muqtadir. So it's not only the power, he's batting with a lot of intelligence as well. That delivery was drifting down the leg side. You can see Abdul Muqtadir, what he did is just use the pace of Hasnain, knowing the fine leg is in the circle. Now all he had to do is just get some bat on it, and he got plenty of it. Went in aerial over the fielder, gets another boundary. So 12 runs in the first 2 deliveries. This is a breathtaking knock. This 2 might just go towards the boundary. No, he's done well. Good bit of fielding. So the number 3 batter, I don't really think he needs much of introduction. Sandeep, a dangerous, hard-hitting batter, and the stage is set for him. This is a tailor-made situation and also a wicket for him, where there is not much to offer for the bowlers. Sandeep Singh Sandhi, you would want to get him out early. This is where your true temperament, your patience and character is being tested, in the middle. Nicely worked away, but just couldn't time it all that well. Oh, that's struck with some severe power by Sandeep Singh Sandhi. And good that Hasnain didn't get his hand, or in fact, he did try to stop it with his foot. That could have been a nasty injury. Careful, young boy. You would always want to get out of the line of the fire when Sandeep Singh Sandhi strikes. That was brute force. 20 run over, 85 runs, and there's still 1 delivery left. Yeah, that's much more like it. Need to go back to your basics. Nonetheless, another expensive over comes to the end, and the power play surely has gone in the favour of King of Sultans. It's 86 for 1. Missing a trick or two, Shahir Azam. He's made some brilliant calls in the last game, but should have introduced a pass Dower into the attack way too early in the contest, because there's no due as of such. There was in the last game where they played, it was difficult for them to grip the ball, but now, being a wrist spinner, Abbas will enjoy to bowl in these conditions. Doesn't start well. It was a short drag down delivery. They need to look to get wickets now. They need to take their chances. Maybe try to have a strategy and a plan in their mind. Try to maybe ask Abdul Muqtadir cut the ball, because we haven't seen him cut the ball so far. Or maybe the second option could be, if ever so you do have the courage, just ball a bit slow against him and also ball it away from his arc. He's someone who would always look to play you straight down the ground. He's not someone who will play you in short towards the extra cover, inside out. Sandeep Singh Sandhi, yes, he would certainly take you downtown. He would hit you towards extra cover, but so far we've seen Abdul Muqtadir is someone who does fancy his chances to play towards the leg side, play towards the V. So this is where Abbas, he needs to bowl slightly away from the stumps and bowl it away from Abdul. But at the moment you can see that he's trying to fire it onto the stumps. There's no turn whatsoever. And that's all because the bowlers, they've been bowling way too quick. Well, the towels are out, so there you go. A bit of dew. It seems like Mr. Dew has now arrived here in the Tolerance Oval, Abu Dhabi. And I don't really think Mr. Dew will be welcomed by Dial a Battery Gorilla 11. Mr. Dew is an enemy at the moment. Because they do have quality spinners in the lineup. It's always very difficult to grip the ball under those conditions. Nicely worked away. Will only be a single to close out. A quiet over by Abbas Dawar. He's done well to start off proceedings. It's 91 for 1. Now he can bowl a bit more freely, Hasnain Hassan. As the field is wild spread. Still, I believe that Dial a Battery Gorilla 11, they're pretty much in the contest because they do have the runs on the board. So what's going to happen if ever so, they go on to bowl 2 good quiet overs. That's where you will see the urgency and the desperation coming in from the batters. So they shouldn't be looking to pick up wickets. Their aim has to be to defend those runs and not try to just look to be over aggressive against these men. Just try to ensure you put the lid on the scoring. Don't let them pick up the singles and doubles. And whilst that happens, that's something which is not required. And who is it? It's, I think, Yahya Ali. It's made an error. So if ever so they have that kind of a plan and a strategy in their mind, and they go on to bowl 2 quiet overs where there's no boundaries as of such, this is where you will see the required run rate will creep up very quickly, and that's where the batters will really look to go hard at you, and they will play a few more strokes, those rash strokes. Oh, that's gonna be a no ball. It seems like we'll have to wait for the signal of the umpire though. Oh, in fact, he's gotten away with it. So umpire thinking otherwise, and Hasnain Hassan just Quickly going back to his run up and to ball the next delivery before the umpire gives a no ball. Yeah, so far he's done well. Singles is what they should be after. Singles is not going to be a problem. So it's turning out to be decent over by Hasnain Hassan. That is what is required at the moment. They need to keep things tight. This is one team they will keep coming hard at you. It's one team who never gives up. And we've already seen what they did a couple of days ago. They were down and out. The match was over. 36 in 12 deliveries against a bowling where you had Zishan Nasir, a bowler who's played the latest IL T20, and the speed which was recorded, I remember I was watching his games, it was somewhere around 140 to 142 kilometers per hour. Abdul Ghaffar, one of the most experienced left arm bowlers, he had that one over, who did bowl the last over. This is struck hard, but not all that cleanly. So only a single. It's turning out to be an excellent over so far by Hasnain Hassan. So what they did, they just had the belief in themselves that we can chase this down. And it was Yahya Ali. When the moment he came in, he just said, pressure, what pressure? I'm going to take my team over the line. And he just blasted Zishan Nasir in the penultimate over. He was unstoppable. Take outside edge, very close to the keeper behind the stumps, but lucky escape for Abdul Muqtadir. Gets a boundary to close out the over. Yeah, clearing his front leg, and that was a very tough one for the keeper. Nonetheless, 100 comes up in the 8th over for King of Sultans. We have a game on. It's 100 for 1. Abbas to continue. It's hit downtown. It's one of the safest shots to play. And Sandeep Singh Sandy, he has surely and truly arrived. That is a very difficult shot to execute. Look at how deep he's gone down to his crease. And this is the power that he possesses, Sandeep Singh Sandy. And when he is in this kind of a mood, you need to be little careful because he's a genuine match winner. Nicely down, playing with soft hands. Abdul Muqtadir showing a bit of defensive skills as well, which don't really think he's a big fan of. He's someone who will really come out and blast the attack bowlers the first 6 overs more often than not. This is what he does. He was very severe against the bowlers. Yeah, this is much more like it. Abbas Dawar, he needs to take his chances. And somebody just needs to go and tell him that when you're bowling against somebody who's really going after you, you need to bowl away from his arc, slightly shorter and slightly slower. Let him reach the ball. Yeah, this is a good delivery, but he's been careful, Abdul. He's respecting the good deliveries. You need to be just trying to bowl it away from his areas and let him reach the ball far from his body. This is close. This is mighty close. I think that just the bounce might have saved him. It's 109 for 1. A stand to continue. This match is nicely hanging in the balance, and that's what happens when you're chasing a big target. Even though you've gotten 110 runs on the board, we are into the 10th over of this innings. Still, the required run rate is almost 10 runs per over. So, the challenge for the batters is they'll need to keep up the momentum. They can't really afford to be having any kind of stoppage or can't be looking to just see off any overs. They need to ensure they keep on getting the runs consistently in every over, because couple of quiet overs and then if ever so you lose a wicket, that means a new batter comes in, and for the new batter it's never going to be easy to just straight away come in and try to chase a big target of more than 200. Nicely done. He's picked the bones out of this one, has Abdul Muqtadar. And yet again, the youngsters, not learning from their mistakes, have opted to go way too short. And that's been dismissed yet again. The ball has disappeared out of the park. 6 runs to Abdul Muqtadar. 63 runs in 26 deliveries. He's still out there. They need to get rid of him. If ever so, the way he's batting and the momentum, which is certainly in his favor, and goes on to get another big over or so, you will see the required run rate will come down so quickly. Then they have 9 wickets in their hand, and you will see the shoulders getting dropped for Dial Battery Gorilla 11. Poor delivery. It deserved to be punished. And bowling these juicy full tosses to somebody like Sandeep Sandhi, he's going to make you pay for it. So they're all over the place at the moment, the bowlers of Gorilla 11. And after this delivery, there will be a very important meeting between the management, the coaching staff, and the team. The captain will be involved, and they will have to come out with a strategy. Otherwise, this match is going to just slip out of their hands. We're going to go for a drinks break, mind you, after this delivery. Drill down the ground. Only a single, so we are done for the first passage of play in the second innings, and it has gone in the favor of King of Sultans. Players will take drinks. Back after the drinks break, and so far you can see the match is in the grasp, in the grip of King of Sultans, chasing a massive total. Another spinner being introduced on the very first delivery. He's gone downtown, is Sandeep Singh Sandhi. He seems to be unstoppable at the moment. And Prithvi Rao, trying to come in with an angle coming around the wicket, needs to learn very quickly that bowling anything in his arc, anything fuller, Sandeep Singh Sandhi is not going to spare you. He needs to come around the wicket. That's a good move. Try to make him cut the ball. If you bowl anything short or anything full in his area, Sandeep will go downtown. There is nothing happening in this wicket. The ball is not holding up at all. It's a great wicket to bat on, and chasing is becoming much easier as the day has progressed. You can see that it's just become much more easier really to bat on this wicket. The required run rate is now below 9 runs per over. So the ball with Sandeep Singh Sandhi, beg your pardon, hit down the ground. It's not coming back. So change of ball. And this ball is not going to bring any luck. He goes for back-to-back maxis, Sandeep Singh Sandhi. And that's a very good hit once again. Very powerful striker, Sandeep Singh Sandhi, and anything fuller in his zone, you can see he's making a mockery out of the bowling. Such a destructive pair out there in the middle, and now he's decided to change his side. Prithvi Rao around the wicket didn't work in his favour. Will now look to come over the wicket. So 2 sixes to start off proceedings. What's coming next? Nicely done. That's a good delivery. Deceived in the air. Prithvi Rao just bowling it away from his arc. That's what I was mentioning. You need to bowl away from their arc. They're just trying to bowl onto the stumps. That's not going to work in your favour. Oh, he's put down. That wasn't the easiest of chances, but then again will be going down as a drop catch. So we've seen every time that they're bowling it away from their arc and trying to make the batters cut, you can see that the batters haven't found much success, and that was an opportunity. You can't really call this a half opportunity because you've gotten 2 hands on the ball, so it will go down as a drop catch. It's a no ball. Luckily it didn't travel for a maximum, otherwise that would have been a 7-run delivery, and also a free hit which is now being signalled by the umpire. So where is he going? I think I will look to go straight hard down the ground. Yeah, he does so, but doesn't really get the timing and the power behind the shot. So lucky escape for Prithvi Rao. He's been expensive in his first over. Running out of ideas and options is Sher Azam. And I think now Sher Azam should be looking to bowl one more over himself. There's no point really holding himself back. He's the premier bowler of the side. Need to pick up a wicket. A dot to close out another expensive over. It's 138 for 1. One thing is quite evident that it's such a good surface really to come in and to chase down any total being set by the opponents. I mean, they've scored more than 200. 213. That's a very good score on any kind of a given surface. But then again, you can see the way the two opening batters came on full throttle onto the bowlers, and they just went absolutely berserk. They were severe against them, and they made sure they get their team off to a fiery start. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly I'm trying to say. The cut shot. These two batters aren't a big fan trying to cut the ball. They will always look to just try to take you hard downtown towards the deep mid wicket. So this is a trick or two that the youngsters have missed out in this game. Sandeep Singh Sandhi, a very experienced campaigner. Somebody just needs to have a word with them. Yeah, now they have three fielders towards the point region. Perfect. If ever so, they could have done this a bit more earlier. I have a strong feeling the result would have been different, because there would have been quite a few dot deliveries and the frustration would have been mounting on the batters. Perfect delivery. This is brilliant bowling. I think now they've realized that they need to bowl away from their arc. And every time Abbas Dawar has bowled it away from the range of Sandeep Singh Sandhi, pulling his length ever so slightly, he's getting turned, and he's making Sandeep Singh Sandhi frustrate as well. Chance. Oh, very unlucky. Almost creating an opportunity, Abbas Dawar. And he's making him cut and almost getting the better of Sandeep Singh Sandhi. Very unlucky. This could have been a massive moment in the game if ever so. They could have gone on to pick Sandeep Singh Sandhi, who's raced on to 45 and absolutely no time whatsoever. Just need to have the belief and the confidence in himself, Abbas Dawar. Nice. Yeah, keep bowling there, and surely there will be a result coming in your favor. The moment he's opted to change his line and length, you can see how economical he's been in this over. That is an incredible shot. I mean, that was a good delivery. But Sandeep Singh Sandhi, he's dragged this from offside. And that is as flat as it could have gotten. He's just bludgeoned this for a maximum 150 on the board in just 12 overs. Well, so far, clearly, we can see that it has been a one-way traffic since the innings has started. This is a miscued shot, could be out, and he hangs on to it. The star of the last game, Yaya Ali, has taken a clean catch in the end. He had to backpedal eventually. To an end. It's 150 for two. So finally, a much-needed breakthrough has been provided, and that too against the two batters. I mean, Sandeep Singh Sandy still out there, but then what a terrific knock by the two openers. Have already laid the platform. They've set the foundation for their team, and now I think the youngsters, all they have to do is they need to have the belief in themselves that they can clinch victory from here onwards. You do have a new batter at the crease, and you need to implement the extra bit of pressure on the left-handed batter, Anis Sami. And on the other end, I think the job is very simple for King of Sultans because they've got plenty of runs on the board. So what they need to do is just ensure they stay out there in the middle. Don't let Dialer Battery Gorilla 11 get back into the contest, because from this stage, I mean, if ever so you allow them to get back into this contest, it's themselves who are going to be blamed. That's going a tremendous knock by Sandeep Singh Sandhi, of course, playing his first game of this tournament, and already he's made a statement and has announced his arrival, stamping his authority. Sandeep, the idea was right by Prithvi Rao. Just trying to take a leaf out of the notebook of Abbas Dawar, but the problem with this delivery was it was way too full and also in the range, in the arc of Sandeep Singh. This is high up in the air. Oh, it was a miscue and almost Sandeep Singh Sandy just losing his balance and should consider himself a bit lucky. So far, it has been the evening of King of Sultans. Zafar Yasin, the left arm spinner, I think he was super impressive in the first innings, did extremely well, picked up important wickets. And now it's all on the two batters. That's a poor delivery, really. I mean, you have a new batter at the crease and he just bowl way too full, drifting down the leg side. And Anis Sami, he's a smart cricketer. He's just used the pace and flicked away. Knows where the field is. Nobody patrolling towards the deep fine leg. Gets another boundary. So even though that they have gone on to pick up a wicket, you can see that the run flow isn't easy to stop. Just almost 7 runs. That's what they need. The match is in the grasp of King of Sultans at the moment. Another expensive over comes to the end. It's 162 for the loss of 2 in 13. Well, so far it is King of Sultans who are having an upper hand in this contest, but one thing I would really want from these youngsters is to not give up. Still, the match is not over. Still, 52 runs needed. Dot deliveries will certainly put some pressure on the batters. Sandeep Singh Sandhi. The good news, I believe, for Dialer Battery Gorilla 11 is that Sandeep Singh Sandhi will keep on looking to play those aggressive aerial shots. Because if these two decide to go in a shell and only look to pick up singles and doubles, I think they're going to be home and they will be chasing it down in the 18th or 19th over. But you would want them to take chances. You would want them to go big. We already saw, mind you, in the last over, Sandeep Singh Sandhi trying to play a big shot and he almost fell in the trap. Prithvi was mighty close to be picking up the set batter Sandeep Singh Sandhi. So that is one man now standing between Dialer Battery Gorilla 11. Crash towards the cover region, gets only a single. Well, this boy, he's been super impressive. Abbas Dawar, he's someone who bowls with a lot of control, even in tough conditions where we saw it was quite difficult to really grip the ball and land in the right areas. It was Abbas Dawar bowled extremely well with the wet ball. It's always a very difficult task to grip the ball when ball is wet. Now, that should have been taken. I mean, it was a tough chance, I understand, but when you don't really have many runs to play with, you need to take these half chances. It was in the arc. Abbas did try his luck by taking a chance by bowling a flighted delivery. And I think it was Reza Nadir. It's someone who is having not the best of evenings with the ball. We know that he gave quite a few runs. It was a massive over where he conceded 28 runs. So a lot was expected by Reza Nadir. I mean, he was the star of the last encounter where he went on to score those important runs when it was required for his team and also picked up 4 wickets. And he goes downtown. Is this a chance? Oh, what a catch! You cannot discard that man out of the contest. And finally, Abbas Dawar is able to pick up a wicket. Flighted, invited Anis Sami, and he has fallen in the trap. And have a look at this catch. That is a brilliant take. Kept his eyes right till the end on the ball and has timed his dive to perfection to take a clean catch to dismiss Anis Sami. Match is not over yet. It's 170 for 3 after 14. Abbas Dawar finally managing to pick up a wicket in his last over. Did ball exceptionally well, was a bit unlucky in his third over, but then in the end, somehow managing to pick up a wicket. And it is going to be Prithvi who will continue. Let's see if this decision pays off. Tarindu Pereira, the new batter, has just made his way in the middle. His job is simplified. All he has to do is ensure he doesn't play a lot of dot deliveries and make sure he gives the majority of the strike to Sandeep Singh Sandhi. Another cricketer who really likes to go big, but that's not really the demand of the current situation. Tarindu Pereira will need to just be a little smart in his approach and ensure he just focuses on the singles. I mean, there's big gaps towards the leg side of the ground. This is something which Tarindu Pereira needs to ensure he doesn't play a lot of dot deliveries. Yeah, I understand he just walked in the middle and he needs a bit of time. He also can tend to afford to take some time because they do have runs on the board. But why would you allow the opponents to come back in the contest? Quick single, bit of a fumble, and it will allow them to come back for the second. Now, this is something which they can't afford because each and every single run is so pricey from this stage of the game. A dot delivery in the end has converted into a couple of runs. And this is what happens really. I mean, a team, the two openers, if they ever so go on to give you a good start, it just becomes really easy. And the middle order batters we've seen that they've come in and they knew that they already have the runs on the board, the required run rate, which at one point was 12, it came down to 8 or 9 runs per over. So a lot depends on your top 3 batters. If ever so you're chasing a huge mammoth total of 213 runs. Dawar, I think he's done for the night. He's bowled out his quota of 4 overs. So Sher Azam, he of course has been the pick of the bowlers so far in this tournament. The captain, he's picked up 4 wickets in his last encounter. So I personally believe he should be the one to really come in and bowl the next over. Picked 4 wickets in the last game. That's what they need. They need wickets. Defending these runs, I don't think so it's going to happen. The only way they could go on to win this game is to pick up Sandeep Singh Sandhi. And they need 2 new batters at the crease. We'll keep the chat alive after this over. It's 176 for 3 after 15. We're going down to the last 5 overs of the contest. Not many runs needed for King of Sultans. What we assume that is going to be enough. 213. That's a very good score on any kind of given situation and on any ground. But really, we need to give credit to the 2 opening batters, of course, giving a fiery start. And now you can see Sandeep is still out there in the middle. Now this is really good to see. I mean, Sher Azam, he knows that Raisal Nadir, he went for plenty in his second over. But that's good to see that he's having the faith and he really trusts his men in the center. Reza Nadir, he's been reintroduced into the attack. And as a bowler, it really makes you think that he knows that he's one of the best bowlers in the side. Reza Nadir, by far, of course, one of the most talented all-rounders they have in their team. So he's pretty much aware that why he's been brought back into the attack, because he's a genuine wicket taker. He's someone who will really come in and run in hard, give his 100%, will get you those important breakthroughs. They need a breakthrough. That's why they've gotten Reza Nadir. And Sher Azam, he knows that Reza, he's someone who doesn't go for many runs. So it's just that one off over for him. Oh, that is an extraordinary shot. Unbelievable hit by Sandeep Singh Sandhi. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't much wrong with that delivery. It's just when he's in this kind of a mood, you can see the fast hands and the movement of the wrist is so quick. Sandeep Singh Sandhi, he wants to get over with the business. He's in a hurry, and I think now he's decided that, yeah, it's enough. Let's try to finish this game as quickly as we can. Who would have thought that King of Sultans, they're going to find themselves in a stage where they're 183 runs in 15.3. Travel towards the boundary. He had absolutely no time whatsoever in the deep to really get onto the ball. This is the power he possesses, Sandeep Singh Sandhi. Such a clean power hitter. Sandeep Singh Sandhi, mind you, he's a wild old fox. He's been here in the domestic circuit for many years. And good to see he's still out there enjoying his cricket. And this is where he's brought all his expertise and experience into play. He's not done yet for the night. He's been severe against Reza Nadir. Yeah, that's a very good delivery. If ever so, Reza Nadir could have been consistent and could have looked to ball in those block hole areas. I think the story would have been different. With the ball, but here he is now with the bat, doing a decent job, keeping things simple. For him, the job is simplified and easy. He just stay out there and get the singles and doubles. Trying to get Sandeep Singh Sandhi back on strike, who's on 17 just to recall. So Dr. W to close out the 16th over. It's 188. Prithvi will be looking to bowl out. Yes, he has found success by picking up a wicket. But the batters of King of Sultans, I mean, they just came out with an intent, and it was a good wicket to bat on. The chase was much easier. The dew did arrive an hour ago or so. Yeah, it's going to be another boundary. So, yeah, he's running away with the show now, Sandeep Singh Sandhi. 22 is what is required, and 26 is what is required to get his 100. Is that now going in his mind? Can he just have a word with Rendu Pereira and ask him to just stay where he is and let me take strike? Another fierce hit towards the cow corner. That's literally just tonked once again by Sandeep Singh Sandhi. And no real answers for Prithvi Rao when he is in this kind of a destructive mode as Sandeep Singh Sandhi. He can still get to his 100. What a fabulous batting performance. And this is what happened. That's exactly what I was mentioning, that he's a genuine match winner. You wouldn't really expect him to score in each and every game, but whenever so, he does so. Look what he's done. 80 in 36. Yeah, just tipping on Sandeep Singh Sandhi. But I think the youngsters will be taking a learning and a lesson from this game and go back to the dugout and think exactly what went wrong in this contest. Because let's not talk about their batting. Their batting has been absolutely impeccable. Aditya Shetty getting those runs, Razel Nadir again scoring a very handy 40 unbeaten. Their bowling has let them down. Tarindu Pereira goes high, goes long, and put down. Yeah, that has been the story so far. If you talk about the fielding, they've been dropping some easy chances. And yet again, that should have been taken, really. So, Tarindu Pereira too now decides that I should be getting on with the act. Yeah, he's got in his two hands. Should have been taken, really. It was a simple chance. 200 comes up into the 17th over. That is hit hard once again towards long on, and this time he's taken a clean catch before Sandeep Singh Sandhi has done a lot of damage already and has put his team into a winning position. But what a good running catch, and that's the right way to approach the ball, keeping his eyes on the ball, and has taken a lovely catch to dismiss Sandeep Singh Sandhi. It's 200, but also 4. Game getting important 81 in only 38 deliveries with a very healthy strike rate of 213. Yeah, eventually it did turn out to be a pretty much one-sided encounter, and that's what I was mentioning. Sher Azam, why did he hold his over back? I mean, now he's going to come to bowl where the opponents they don't need many runs. Just the 14 runs is what is required. That's a bit too much to ask for from rather the captain Sher Azam Hashmi. Nicely done, or in fact, yeah, he has got a lot of bat on this one. Sher Azam getting it wrong altogether. It was a juicy full toss, and he just threw the kitchen sink at this one. Tarindu Pereira gets it and gets it over the fielder for a maximum to start off this over. So they just need another 7 runs. That's it. The match is pretty much done and dusted. It's turned out to be a pretty much a one-sided encounter. Chasing down 213. Beautifully clipped away nicely into the gap. And he will get a couple of more runs easily in the end. So this is a great start for King of Sultans, of course. Talking about Naila Battery Gorilla 11, they had a brilliant start where they went on to win their opening encounter a couple of days ago against a star-studded lineup. Even today they had the runs on the board, but their fielding, I believe, has seriously let them down. Because you can't really afford to be losing another game. You lose a couple of games and that's it. You're going to be making an exit from the tournament. Farazuddin, of course, another UAE cap player, someone who enjoys his cricket. He's a very talented, very stylish right-handed batter. Also enjoys his bowling. And of course, a gun fielder as well is Farazuddin. Nicely done, playing it with the soft hands to open his account. Farazuddin now he's got a good opportunity to just have a few sighters before he comes into bat in the next games. He's someone who's usually coming up the order. Just can have a feel of the surface and surely the 3 to 4 deliveries which he will play, he will understand it's a really good wicket to bat on. It's been worked away nicely towards fine leg and it's going towards the boundary. And that will be it. It's the winning runs coming in from the blade of Tarindu Pereira. Very good handy knock from Tarindu. And Sher Azam just missing his line, bowling it, drifting it rather towards the leg side. And Tarindu has worked it for a boundary to take his team over the line and get 2 points on the table. So good little victory here for King of Sultans, chasing a very huge total of 213. And in the end, they've won this game one-sided in the end. Handshakes all around. Sher Azam, the captain, I think he will be taking a lot of learnings and lessons. Yeah, that's how the innings have panned out. You can see that all the batters have contributed. It was Wajahat and Abdul who started off with a bang. Healthy strike rates, and you can see how many sixes they have struck. And then Sandeep Singh Sandhu, he was unbelievable. 81 in just 38 with 6 sixes to his name. And in the end, Tarindu just doing the formalities. Yeah, it has been a struggle for the bowlers this evening. Sher Azam Hashmi did well, but then Razel Nadir, he wouldn't want to go and see these figures Hasnain was expensive as well. Abbas Dawar, I think he was the pick of the bowlers. Prithvi Rao too managed to pick up 2 wickets. 8 extras is what they've given in the end. So we're done and dusted with match number 5, and that's how the summary looks like. Dial Battery Gorillas scoring 213 in 20 overs. Aditya getting there was 100 for him in the first game. Zafar Yassin, brilliant, 3 wickets for him. And in reply, King of Sultans chasing it down in 17.5, and it was Sandeep Singh Sandy show, 81 for him. Abdul Muqtadir also playing a hand of 65, followed by Wajahat, but scoring 27. In the end, King of Sultans have won this game convincingly by 6 wickets. Right, then we're just going to dive into a short break, and we will be all set for the post-match presentation in some time. Stay tuned. Welcome to the post-match presentation of UPRO Summer Cup Pro Edition 2026. It was match number 5 of King of Sultans winning the toss, inviting Dial a Battery Gorilla 11 to bat first, and they went on to score a big total of 213 in the lot of 20 overs. In reply, King of Sultans chasing it in 17.5 overs. Incredible performance, and they've clinched victory by 6 wickets. I would now like to invite our match referee, Mr. Preetham, to please hand over the player of the match, and the player of the match goes to, of course, no surprises, Sandeep Singh Sandhi. What a tremendous performance by this hard-hitting powerhouse. 81 runs in just 38 balls with 6 huge maximums and 6 boundaries to his name. संदीप सिंह सैंडी, क्या ज़बरदस्त कमाल की बैटिंग परफॉर्मेंस आपने दी है आज. थोड़ा बताएं विकेट के बारे में. जब आप अंदर गए थे तो आपके क्या दिल में चल रहा था, क्योंकि आप बहुत बड़ा स्कोर चेज कर रहे थे.
जी बिल्कुल, आज विकेट भी बड़ा अच्छा था. तो पहली इनिंग जब उन्होंने बैटिंग करी है तो पता चल ही गया था तभी. तो विकेट भी अच्छा था, और जब मैं बैटिंग करने गया हूँ तो उससे पहले हमारे बैट्समैनों ने स्टार्ट अच्छा दिया था. तो बस जाते जब मेरी लगनी शुरू हुई तो फिर मैंने बोला बस इसी सेम गियर पे खेलते जाएं.
एक ऐसा स्टेज था जहाँ पे आप 100 अचीव कर सकते थे. क्या चल रहा था उस वक्त आपके दिमाग में?
मैं असल में जब भी बैटिंग करता हूँ मैं कभी अपने रन गिन के नहीं खेलता. मैं सिर्फ खेलता हूँ मैच के अकॉर्डिंगली. तो मेरी जो बैटिंग है तो मैं उसी बैटिंग में गियर पे खेल रहा था, और मेरे को ये माइंड में नहीं था. मेरे को तो ये इतना भी नहीं पता था मेरे 50 भी हुए हैं.
आखिरी सवाल, ये प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच आप किसको डेडिकेट करना चाहेंगे?
जी, मैं अपना प्लेयर ऑफ का मैच अपने दादाजी को डेडिकेट करना चाहूँगा, और जिसका टैटू मैंने पहले से बना रखा है.
चलिए, गॉड ब्लेस आपके दादाजी को, और आप भी बेस्ट ऑफ लक, ऐसे ही खेलते रहें, और बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर द फ्यूचर गेम्स.
थैंक यू.
Well, that was Sandeep Singh Sandhi with his brilliant batting performance. We're done and dusted with the post-match presentation, but do join us tomorrow as we have another exciting game lined up for you. Until then, it's goodbye and God bless.